Hey, it's Ben Price. It's October 31st, which means it's time for the monthly update. At the beginning of October, I finished off a month-long contract on the Virgin Scarlet Lady. I spent 4 days. I think we left on the 4th. Tori was with me for my last 2 weeks aboard the Scarlet Lady. It was a great month-long contract. I made some new friends. I got to hang with my sister. I got to hang with Tori. All those things I talked about in last month's monthly update, so I won't dwell on them a lot here. When I got back from Miami, I had 4 days to prep for my next contract. This contract was on the Island Princess, and I was joining in Tromsø, Norway. Tromsø is about as far north as you can go in Norway. It was really cold, very beautiful, and very expensive. I spent a lot of time on board. I didn't have the proper clothes to be able to get off in a lot of these ports. But I did get off in Aalesund, and I spent the afternoon strolling around the town, and then I spent a little bit of time in a local coffee shop, which was the most expensive experience I've ever had in my entire life. I had a chai latte and a cookie for about $30 Canadian. Very expensive, but the cookie was the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life, so well worth the $15. When I was on the contract, a couple of things that happened that I wasn't expecting that I quite enjoyed. One was I got to be a coach on The Voice of the Ocean. Princess licenses with the TV show The Voice, and they have The Voice of the Ocean on board. And I was lucky enough to be chosen as one of the coaches. I got to sit in the actual chair that spun around when you liked someone singing. I got to build a team, and then funnily enough, the person that won the entire contest was on my team. Now, I didn't give any singing advice. I'm not a singer. It was just more of the fun, build your team, and then the audience got to vote for their favorite out of all of the people that were in the contest. So I was part of the final round, so we crowned a winner. They were on my team. Congratulations to the winner there. I won't say their name because it's, privacy issue. The other thing, this cruise was called Search for the Northern Lights. I didn't see any Northern Lights, but I was only on the ship for 8 or 9 days out of their 10, longer than that, 2 weeks, 14-day cruise. I didn't see any lights, they did, but I enjoyed searching for them and sitting outside in the cold. I know it sounds awful, but I enjoyed sitting outside in the cold waiting for these things to happen. Didn't see any, hope to go back someday and see them again, not again, just for the first time. When I returned from Norway, I had 2 days, very sleepy 2 days, to prep for 2 shows that I was doing in Calgary. One of them was just a corporate event. I do a lot of corporate events around the holidays, and this is one that I've done this is the 2nd year in the row that I've joined this company. The second was my 3rd annual Halloween show at Born Brewing. They've had me there for the last 3 years. The last 2 years have been a stand-up show or just regular stage show. This year we wanted to try something a little bit different, and we did a close-up show. So we did 3 sets of shows for about 10 to 15 people at a time. It was so much fun. It went really well. I was quite happy with the magic. I was really happy with the setup. I think Born was quite happy with it as well. And probably will be doing that kind of setup again in the future.
I knew you would say. Now turn it the other way. I asked you some questions. I asked you to think of a location. It could have been a store, a country, a city. You said
Germany.
What's written on the bill?
Germany.
Nice. In charge of Germany.
No.
Yeah. Next, I asked you to think of an item in a grocery store. And you said apple. And what's written on the bill?
Apple.
Finally, I asked you to think of the very first person you were ever disappointed by, and you said
Ryan.
Ryan. And what's written on the bill?
Ryan.
Ryan. Wow. Round of applause for a volunteer. Wow.
I do want to thank Craig at Born for helping me arrange these shows. He's done the last 3 years, and also I want to thank Born for having me for the last 3 years, giving us a space to organize events like this. Speaking of Halloween, it's 97 years this year that Houdini passed away. Houdini passed away on Halloween, which is super creepy because he was very obsessed with things that Halloween is celebrated for, ghosts and the occult and speaking to demons and all that kind of thing. He didn't believe in any of it. He was a debunker of these things, but kind of spooky that Houdini passed away. So 97 years today that Houdini's been dead. Seems like a weird thing to mention, but here we are. To finish off October, I was meant to be on a ship, a Virgin ship that was going from Egypt to Dubai. And just given everything that's going on right now in the world, I decided to opt out of that contract. So I won't be spending my last couple days of this month on a ship. I will be at home celebrating Halloween here and all that fun seasonal stuff. So I have some time on my hands. Hopefully I'll fill it with some practice, some writing, and other fun stuff. But I will not be on a cruise for the last couple days of this month, which is weird because usually I start and end the month on a ship. I think that's all for this month. I hope you've enjoyed recapping with me the things that I got up to in October. Until next time, let me know if you have questions or comments about the things that I've done, and have a happy Halloween.